Hi there, BattleTech and Mech Warrior fans. Welcome back to another BattleTech video. It's been a while. I was hoping to do some videos over Christmas, but I just got too busy with procrastinating over some other projects I had to get done for other people, which took me away from getting other videos out. But anyway, it's pretty exciting times because there's a few products that we've got that have come out very recently, and our friends in the US have got the product out like ages ago, and we're still waiting in the UK. But I've just managed to get this, so there'll be a video on this. I know quite a few people have done some unboxings as well as playthroughs and demos and stuff, which I've been watching with quite a lot of interest. So I'm going to talk about BattleTech Aces for sure. And then, as you can see here, I managed to get the Barnes & Noble exclusive, the 21st Century Lancer's Command Lance. In there, there's some really exciting mechs in there. One in particular that I'm really stoked about. And then we've got the House Kurita Command Lance, which again is another one. And actually, this video is going to be about that. And you can see some other bits and pieces. I managed to get some Army Painted BattleTech collab paint sets over here. I've also managed to get some play markers and also from AK Interactive, which I've got lying around here somewhere, but I'll do videos on those two to give you my opinion on what I think of these. So we'll see how these go. So the ones I've got is a Runic Grey and a Blood Red. I can't remember why I got them. I think I like the grey because it's great for doing camera schemes, and the Blood Red because I was going to do some Cretans. Sorry, excuse me for that. These is my pile of books I'm supposed to be reading. BattleTech Gothic I got a few stories into. I'm currently in Tales of the Bounty Hunter, about the third or fourth story in. I'm currently on the story which is done by Chris Hart, who plays BattleTech with us every now and again, which is great. Great person, great player, so a shout out to him. And I somehow managed to get 2 copies of Shrapnel Gothic. Anyway, that's fine. The Corpse I'm really looking forward to. And I think that'll be interesting, First Strike. I think they're just all anthology stories and stuff. But anyway, without any further ado, this is the baby that we're going to be looking at. So in here, you get the Kurokubi. No, say Rurokubi. Sorry, I am absolutely bashing these pronunciations. Of course, you get the Akuma, which is brilliant, the Shiro, and the Grand Dragon. So let's have a look at these. I am really excited for this because some of these are some of my favourites. Because the first time I saw the Shiro, which is an amazing mech, was in Clicky Tech, Mech Warrior Age of Destruction. The Shiro was convention exclusive, which I've got somewhere actually. I will have to pick it out, but I do like the banner stands on the back of it, and it's a good thing that you don't have to actually put them in. So that'd be really nice to do. And the Shiro means white, sort of pure. It's just great. I think the scheme is going to be wonderful. This, so I'm really looking forward to. So we're currently running a narrative campaign in Third Succession War. We'll be coming to the Fourth Succession War, and then the War of 3039. And in that, I'm going to bring these out a little bit earlier because of the Hell Memory Core. I'm going to just say that obviously this won't have all the cool tech, but it'll be like prototype versions of it anyway, because mechs take a while. But the Kuma, definitely so, even though it came out in the 3050s, it's based off the Atlas design. So again, they wanted a fearsome head for it. Yeah, 100% I'm going to be using these. That's why you can see I've got two boxes there, and I'm going to be ordering. I've got on order a couple more coming in as well. Just solid. I like the aesthetic of the mech. The mold lines I can't see any of, which is great. In fact, even on the Shiro, there were no mold lines, and I'll bring it in closer so you can see. I love the fact that it's got a sword. The detail in here is really good. So I thought I saw a mold line, but no, there isn't. There's a slight bit here maybe, but I think we can. No, actually, I think that's just the panel line, so it's not. No, that's another great mech. Then the Grand Dragon. So again, it's another brilliant mainstay mech. Generally, I find the Dragon underwhelming in terms of its ability, but it's just a solid workhorse mech. It's great. I do like it. I do like 60-ton mechs, and it's a solid. It's a workhorse mech anyway. And you know, when you've got several of them working together, they truly are devastating. And then, and I'll make sure that I pronounce it properly, which I know I'm not going to. The Rokukurukubi, right, which has 2 arm pieces, and I think that means something along the lines of something with I don't know, I'm not going to even try. But anyway, it's got 2 arms. Great. I like it. So you can pose it differently. So there's that. And then you've got the backhand, the cack-handed grip. I'm sure it's not cack-handed for those people who are experts with it. But again, it's like that. So you can like just put it in with a reverse this way. I'm sure it's not called a cack-handed grip. I'm sure it's called something like a reverse grip. So I'm a technical sword fighter or anything like that, but again, it just looks really nice. And again, I'll probably do the same with this, and I think that with the banner, these just look good. I've got some of these from a third-party manufacturer for somewhere, which I will have to dig out and put them on some more mechs, because I'm going to do 2 or 3 Korean companies that I want to use for various different projects that are coming up. So again, it's really good. And I thought we'd have a look at the Alpha Strike cards, because I'm not an expert on Alpha Strike, but I'm getting better at it, and we could just have a look and see what the things are in here. Because with Scouring Sands, the fact that it allows cooperative campaign play as well as solo play, it'd be interesting to see if you can use some of these mechs as part of your mech force. So anyway, the Akuma team, so 49 points. That's quite, yeah, I mean, it's an assault mech, so it's going to be around that point area. It's a solid short and medium. Long range, not very good at 2 points. I like my bigger mechs to be punching at a 4 damage at least, because I think then you can sort of stay long. But to be honest, I think in Alpha Strike, most games take place at medium, so you're fine. Like, just get in at medium, stay at medium, and just pound. And it's got massive amounts of armor and structure. So again, it's a nice solid one. It should have an alternative spec on that, because that's the X version, which is probably, and this is yeah. So what are we looking at here? So it's 5 more points here, 1 less damage, which is not very good. But this does have overheat too, so it can actually do more damage, which is great. You're paying more for a lot of specials. It's got a lot of flak, and it's got the C3 base system, which is probably very, very good for it. So I think that's where the points are going to go. But anyway, that's the Akuma. Shiro, yes, let's look at Shiro. Oh gosh, that looks terrible for a mech with 43. That's only like 6 short of that. I'm sure the Shiro is a assault mech, or was it a heavy? Huh. I will have to have a look at that. It's a missile boat. Obviously, it's got close combat, so I'm sure it will have something for that. Indirect fire 2 LRMs, and it's got melee as a keyword, so I'm sure it will be hitting very well on that. And the other one is a 50.1, and that's better. The Shiro 2P. It's got 444 across the board, and to be honest, I would probably take this, except its structure isn't very good at all. That would be my biggest concern on that, which it's probably got an XL engine, and I think the Akuma doesn't have an XL engine, which is why it's a bigger issue. But anyway, the Royal Kubi, 26 points. That's nice. I think it comes in at a medium mech. So that one, that's 40. This one's at 26. 110. Nice movement. TM2. It's not too bad. This one, which is a 40. Wow. I'm just sort of saying. So this one's got less armor. See, I think armor in Alpha Strike is so important. You have to have armor, but it's got 2 across the board in terms of damage, and a TMM of 4, which is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, it's got melee keyword. It's got 20 movement versus a 12. It must have some other systems in there. I think it's, yeah, I mean, that is really nice. 20 movement and TMM4. Yeah, I can see why that's 40 points. You're going to try not to get yourself hit and just go up there and get behind enemy. That's actually quite nice. I do like that. And then you got the Grand Dragon and the 5k and the 10k. Interesting. Right, so again, 232, not bad across the board. 33 points. TM2 is really good. It's not bad. And then this one, which is at 1 point higher, no long range damage. Same TM2. It's probably got the same armor, one more armor, so less armor on compared to the 33 points. It's got more armor, which is good, but it's doing more damage at short and medium range at 34 points. Again, it's not bad. It's not bad. I was hoping this one of the version would have had a case, not case, sorry, a C3 system. It being a Kurita mech, because then you could have put it into a C3 formation. Anyway, that's quite good. I do like looking at some of the special abilities, so let's see if there's any interesting ones. Multitasker, okay, secondary attacks from 0 modifier, okay, fine, Street Fighter. Oh, okay, he can actually conduct physical attacks during the weapon attack phase. Nice. It's not bad. Interesting. Aim shots. Okay, it gets better number of missile hits on the cluster to hit tables. So this is for classic BattleTech, these ones are then in that case, which is kind of nice. I should have known that, but I don't tend to use these that much. Street Fighter, okay, so you can do his combat much sooner as well. Is that the same? No, it's fine. Obviously, these are going to be around the Dark Age era, these guys, as such. Oh, a dodge. So you can dodge physical attacks. A lot of them have got Street Fighter. Is melee specialist, so he gets add 1 point of damage to a successful attack. Wait, apply a -1 target modifier for physical attack rolls, add 1 point of damage to successful attacks. I think that's probably adding an extra point of damage. And then, oh, the Takashi Kurita's piloting card. Whoa. Just see if I missed any other key ones there. Takashi Kurita in a Grand Dragon. I thought he would have been in a Battle Master or something like that. In fact, I'm sure in the Legends book, there is Takashi Kurita's Battle Master. But what's his specials? So he gets Inspiring Commander. Creator may grant the ability to reroll a failed attack roll 4 times per scenario. The second roll must be accepted. That's quite good. Iron Will. So they get a modifier against sort of the morale effect type effects. And Melee Master, 1 extra punch, kick, or club attack per the physical attack phase. Okay, that's handy. I didn't realise he was a Melee Master. I mean, that's really good. Imagine you getting Takashi Kurita in a Grand Dragon. I wonder which mech he was in the Luthien, the Battle Luthien. I'll have to look that up. I'm sure it was in a bigger mech. But anyway, that's pretty handy. So all in all, here, oh, sorry, I should have put them up here rather at the very bottom. Let me just put them up on this. So the packaging I always like about CGL's products. The fact that they've got that, I'm going to have to cut that out and use it in a dice tray or something. So yeah, anyway, that's really nice. I do like that. And here are the 4 mechs that you get. What do I think? When this came out, I knew it would sell out really quickly, and it's looking like it is selling out very, very quickly. So everywhere where I've been looking to try and get hold of it, it's already sold out. I don't know why in the UK, again, we've got a problem in getting hold of some of the latest releases. We're coming up to the second week into February, and there's no sign of BattleTech Aces Scouring Sands. None of these are on for pre-order on any of the UK sites. So yeah, what gives? It's a disaster for the UK. I'm going to say that because it's shocking. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Please let me have any comments or feedback. If there's anything else that you want me to talk about or discuss, uh, or you like my opinion on, absolutely. But let me know what you think of this House Kurita Command Lance down in the comments below. What mechs are you looking forward to? There is the Ranger one that's coming out a bit later, which I've got on order. So I'm hoping my orders come in on time. Fingers crossed. In fact, I should be having one of the orders coming this week, which is a bit sooner than the ones in the US. So yes, I'll have to definitely do a video on that. Anyway, please, happy hunting, stay safe, take care, and do leave a like and subscribe if you do like it. If you don't like it, that's absolutely fine. Just leave a comment why you don't like it. I'll try and put my videos. And some exciting stuff. We hit 500 subscribers. Thank you so many of you who have subscribed to the channel. I know I don't do much content, but I'll try and change that and do more and more. But I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe. Bye.